Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well. And today we're talking about Jessica Jones, which I am now halfway through season 3. And did you know that season 3 was released? No, seriously, did you know? Because I think I got a small notification one time when I opened up Netflix, and then every other time I was never told about it. And then I just remembered today, oh, wait a minute, Netflix has had this release now since June 14th. This has been around for a week, and I have not heard any person talking about it. No one on the internet. It has not been trending. No one has been saying a damn thing about it. And the reason why is not just because, of course, of the falling out between Marvel and Netflix, because Marvel, of course, is going to start to move over to the Disney streaming service, but also because Marvel's Jessica Jones is arguably the weakest show on the Netflix series, on the Marvel Netflix series of shows. Some people may disagree with that, but if you saw season 2 and you saw everything that went behind that, because they went off and made sure that every single director of it and every single writer of every single episode was a woman. Yes, that's right. They were sexist. That's actual sexism. They actually hired people based on their gender and not based on their qualifications. Yes, that's exactly what sexism actually is. Of course, in Hollywood, they just reject that. In the SJW mindset, they just say, oh, no, that's just, reparations, not just being fair. No, just shut up. So they decided this season to kind of just go away with that because they have had, male directors, male writers too. And I think that they've kind of gone into that, okay, let's try and get the best people for the job. But then they also let people like Kristen Ritter, who's never really done anything with directing before, get a shot at it. And she was, I guess, okay in the direction of the episode. But this season so far, even though I'm only halfway through, has been very just there are some parts that I kind of like the villain is not a super villain. It doesn't have any superpowers, but he's very smart. And that's the whole mindset of the show is that, oh, he's really smart. And he's outsmarting her. And she's got all this power, but she doesn't know what to do with it. And oh my God, now she's missing an organ. And so now that's bringing something into the mix. But then we'll drop that in 2 episodes. And now it's not ever impacting her ever again. And I'm sure I've gone into spoilatory at this point, but you know what? I don't really care because this show is just a terrible show. It is, I think, one of the worst things that they've tried to push on people. And at the end of the day, I think that it's something that, again, as you saw, the fact that it came out a week ago and no one's talking about it says all that you really need to know. Speaking of which, let's go to Metacritic, which again, yeah, this came out a week ago, and notice how it's not anywhere listed on TV. It's not listed anywhere on TV, not even on Metacritic, which you think would be one of those places that it would be kind of cool and hip to do so. Some of you might be asking, why aren't you checking out Rotten Tomatoes? Well, it's because Rotten Tomatoes sucks, and so I'm just going to leave that there. But what are the people? What are the people and the critics thinking about the overall season of season 3? Pretty bad. Pretty mixed to pretty bad, I would say. So far, you got a 64 out of 100 Metascore from the critics, and user rating is a 5.7 out of 10, with 10 negative ratings, 5 mixed ratings, and you've got 16 positive ratings. I'm sure, as you can see from a 10 score, I like it, and give it a 10 out of 10. So notice how you still can't get perfect scoring here, but you know what? At least this pretty much almost always matches up actual raw score-wise with what Rotten Tomatoes has, which makes the whole Rotten Tomatoes having to verify people thing ridiculous. In fact, if you really want to see how totally redundant their system is now with you having verified scores and non-verified user scores, go ahead and just look between the two. The scores are almost identical to each other. There's almost no difference between the two. Now, some people are saying, oh, that's because we haven't had a big movie out. Just wait until Star Wars, and then you'll start to see a huge difference. I cannot wait for verified ticket purchases to be coming out, and it's going to be overall negative, or it's going to be very, very close, because honestly, I think that all this is trying to have them go. You see, it was trolls all along, because now that we got this verified system, notice how the overall score is very low, but that's because it's trolls, and they are allowed to do so on the overall system. But when it comes to the new metric, oh, well, as you can see, people overall really like it. But 5.7 out of 10, I would say that's a pretty fair score. Is this better than Season 2? So far, yes. I'm only halfway through. It is so far better than Season 2. I can at least say that much. But the story is just boring. The character of Jessica Jones is one of the most uninteresting characters that there is, and the entire show, to me, just feels like, oh, let's try to push every single thing that we can. Let's try and push any type of identity politics nonsense that we possibly can. Let's have every relationship, every person on the show who isn't in a relationship, boom, automatically they're gay, out of nowhere. Oh, okay, oh my gosh, yes. And it's just, seriously, and that's just not me just harping on that. Literally, you watch the show and you're like, wait a minute, this character is now all of a sudden, wait, but weren't they married? Oh, okay, so that's just a thing now. They were married, and then they find out who they really were, and then all of a sudden they're going to start to act on these relationships. Okay, now, oh yeah, sure, that makes sense. It's like they're using it as plot points. They're using sexual orientation as some type of political motivation, and it's made the show and really has tarnished the show ever since Season 2, because Season 2 did a lot of that, which is why Season 2 sucked, because Season 2 focused so much on political messaging and almost only on political messaging to the point of it just being downright awful. And this season, even though I would say overall the story is a little bit better, nothing has ever been able to match up with the first season, because in the first season, guess what? You had one of the best actors in the business, David Tennant, who was incredible as Kilgrave. You had an actual villain, And you really haven't had that since. This season, you have a normal person who is just really, really smart, and that is his superpower. He's really, really smart, and he's smarter than Jessica Jones, and Jessica Jones, oh no, Jessica Jones is getting outsmarted every corner. Oh, I got you now, but I thought ahead of you, and I'm using the law against you. It's just blah, 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 is what the show is right now. But guys, have you seen Jessica Jones Season 3? Did you even know that it had been released? I'm honestly really sad that this is the last of the Marvel shows that's going to get a release, as I'm sure many others are, because this was by far one of the worst shows. Even halfway through, I can tell you that this is a season and a show that I will never return to. I will have never have any desire to go back to. You know, compared to other shows like Daredevil. Daredevil is a show I would love to go back to because Daredevil had great seasons. Almost every single season of Daredevil was freaking fantastic. I would even say I would go back to Iron Fist. I know that there's a lot of controversy about Iron Fist, but you know what? At least Iron Fist had somewhat of an entertainment factor to it. Luke Cage, I might go back to season 1, maybe parts of season 2, but overall Luke Cage was kind of just not a show that was really within my wheelhouse, but there were some pretty cool moments. This show, as I said before, it just seems very sloppy, very sloppily made, and that is, again, even in the shadow of what was the abysmal and abominable season 2, which really should never exist in television history and should just be wiped away from the memory of television history because of how truly bad it was. This really doesn't do much better. However, it doesn't get much worse, and so at this point in time, I'd say I'm probably hovering around a 5 out of 10 or so. I'll wait until the ending to see what happens with this villain, this really smart guy, because he's really, really smart. But otherwise, yeah, have you seen it? Do you care about it? Do you care about Jessica Jones? You know, the fact that it's done? Hey, yay, glad that it's done. But yeah, seriously, no one's talking about it. And I think that that tells you everything you need to know about how Jessica Jones was only made for a certain section of the audience and was left to let all the other people be like, yeah, we don't care about you. And guess what? It shows. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, smash the like button, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. You're all amazing, beautiful people. Also, guys, please, prayers for me because nothing crazy serious, but today is my last performance in a show that I have been talking to you guys about. I'm the lead in the show, and it's at a place that I've been at for 20 years. This is my 20th year and my final year at this place because, as you all know, I'm in the process of moving, and so prayers there too with house selling and jobs and stuff like that. I'm fine with job, but you know, Freya, of course, is still. So prayers that way, but it's going to be hard because this is going to be the last time I will be on that stage tonight with this crew, and I'm going to miss a lot of them because I've been with them since I was 10 years old, and I've grown up with them, and it's been a summer home for a long time, and I think I'm going to vlog a little bit of the experience, though of course I have to be careful with that because I don't want anyone to be featured on the channel. That's, you know, you know how it is, but I'm going to just kind of record my thoughts as I go through the process of my day, which will be starting pretty soon because I got to go grab a little bit of dinner, and then I get there early to run over my script because I try to do the very best that I can. But prayers, thank you so much. We really would appreciate that. And guys, I'm still praying for you. For anyone that's come to me saying, hey, these are issues I'm coming with, I've been praying for you guys, especially praying for Julie. If you don't know Wished Upon a Vlog, please pray for her father. If you've been following her on Twitter, you know what's going on. So please pray for her father, pray for her family as they go through a very, very difficult time, and to pray for anyone that might need prayers especially. And I would really appreciate that. Even if you're not the praying kind, just give it a shot. You know, why not? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being supportive. JJ, thank you so much for your support, man. JJ, huge shout out to JJ, Jonathan Jerenbeck. He has been loading up my PayPal so that we can do giveaways at least every month, but I actually think that we might actually be able to pull off a once a week. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe making a channel-wide giveaway once a month and then doing special things for Patreon members only, and being able to give away things like the John Wick Steelbook, like other films when they come out available on Blu-ray and 4K and everything like that. So very excited for the future of that, thanks to the generosity of JJ. And so huge shout out to you, bud. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Please smash the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. There's been a lot of people unsubscribing lately. Can't tell if it's YouTube just being YouTube or if it's people just being salty because of things that happened on Twitter a couple days ago. Honestly, I don't know. But for those that are still around, for my true Asgardians, you all are amazing, beautiful people. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless.